house was bought by new owners.
What I have found for you is an entire house.
I'm glad it's not my room.
Good work. This seems a little too good to be true.
I think that this place could be completely transformed through design.
Wow.
Finding an affordable rental for a family is a real challenge. So once you've found one, the last thing you want to do is leave it. That is exactly the predicament that single mother Dre finds herself in.
The house was bought by new owners, and they want to take over our space. They said, pack your bags. This apartment has definitely been home for us for the last 6 years. We're close to the subway line, we're close to the market, the grocery store, Jewel's school. It's just a good place. It's worked for us.
When we moved in, I was like 6. These were my favorite colors, pink and green. I need more room because I can't do any of my funky dance moves.
This is our living room and my office.
Usually we pull out the couch and watch movies in here. It's quite cozy.
Now you're making me a little sentimental. I feel a little sad. Yeah, we've had some good memories here. Sometimes I think that I should move my bed into the kitchen because I spend so much time in the kitchen.
I think my mom would really like to have an island.
This is what we call the pantry. So for everyone else that comes over, we just do this. It's been difficult looking for the next rental. There's a lot of gross stuff for high prices out there.
It's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to find them a rental that's just as cozy as the place they've been calling home for the past 6 years. Dre. I'm Jodi. Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Jodi, this is Jewel.
Hi, Jewel. Nice to meet you. So I understand you have to leave your current place.
Yes, we've been given 90 days to leave. 4 weeks left.
Okay, and you still haven't found a place?
Not yet.
Wow. What would you say some of the most important things to you are?
We need to be close to Jewel's school. That's where she wants to be. I think as long as we're on the subway line, I think Jewel is going to be 13. 2 stops, 3 stops is okay.
And so that'll be one of our challenges, is finding a fabulous place when we're devoted to this particular neighborhood.
Storage space.
Yeah.
And laundry. A deck or a yard of some sort.
What budget are we working with to get something like that?
I'm putting $1,000 max, including utilities.
Wow. So I think I have my work cut out for me to find you a place very quickly that's within the budget.
Cool.
I'll get back to work. Only 4 weeks to find a new rental? Dre and Jewel's search outweighs their budget. That's going to be my biggest challenge. 2-bedroom apartments in the hottest neighborhood in town usually rent for upwards of $2,000. That's double what Dre has to spend. There aren't many options on the market that will meet all their criteria, but I found a 2-bedroom apartment right in the heart of their desired neighborhood. It's a quick, safe walk to Jewel's school on a quiet residential street, with laundry on site and a backyard for the tenants to share. At 750 square feet, it offers much more space than what Dre and Jewel are used to.
Is that our place up there?
I wish. In order to get you into this type of a neighborhood, I have to show you a basement. When considering a basement apartment, look for high ceilings and lots of windows for natural light. So come into the kitchen. It's tiny.
That's a really nice stove, though. I like that it's gas.
The gas stove is cool because my mom can make dinner faster.
Not liking this. No tall friends allowed. Many apartments don't have double sinks. That's excellent.
So this is the washroom.
Not too thrilled that there's no bathtub, and so it was a stand-up shower only, so.
So this is one of those living rooms that could have been used as a bedroom as well, so it's quite cozy.
It's pretty small. This pipe runs through here again.
I don't like it either.
I never imagined I'd have tiles in the living room. That's interesting. That's a great window, though. Our pull-out couch there, TV there. Good work.
So this would be Dre's bedroom.
It's got a closet. I don't have a closet now. It's a little bit larger, believe it or not, than my present room. So I'm just afraid I might wake up in the morning and bump my head on the pipe.
I'm glad it's not my room.
So this is the room that I was thinking of for Jewel. What do you think of that? 2 big windows?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I only have one right now.
So what I was thinking to make this more of a teen bedroom, because we're in a basement, a low-to-the-ground daybed with drawers underneath will make the ceiling feel higher while giving Jewel a place to hang out with friends and added storage. An oversized hanging bulletin board is perfect for a teen's room in a rental to avoid making too many holes in the walls. I'd add inexpensive curtains from the ceiling right to the floor as another trick to mask the lower ceiling.
I thought Jodi's ideas sound pretty cool, and I could picture it in my head.
I think Jewel will be hanging off the pipes, and that might get us in trouble.
I stayed right within budget for this place. So I got you into one of the best neighborhoods for $950 per month.
This place is definitely in the area we were looking for. It was within the budget.
I like that there were lots of windows, especially for a basement apartment. That was pretty good.
I didn't like the idea of the pipes in my bedroom or running anywhere in the house.
I think that this place could be completely transformed through design. I think it's got loads and loads of potential, but I can't bring it up onto a second-story floor. Finding a rental within Dre's budget in their high-priced neighborhood is proving to be a difficult task. Knowing they want more space but aren't comfortable with basements, I'm testing the limits with the next rental on our tour. I'm taking them about 25 minutes east, where rentals are priced lower but offer more square footage. I found an entire 2-bedroom detached bungalow, so although it's not the neighborhood they're used to, it might be the perfect compromise. And most importantly, it's above ground. What I have found for you is an entire house. It's got a backyard and laundry. I know we're a little bit outside of the neighborhood that you wanted to live in, but we're only 1 bus stop away from the subway, so keep an open mind.
Okay.
Let's have a peek. So this is the kitchen.
It's tiny.
It's tiny, but it's renovated. It's got brand new ceramic flooring. It's got new cabinetry. It's got a marble backsplash.
It's cool. I like the use of space. There's a lot of cupboards. Walking into the kitchen, it's like, bam, there it is. But it was cute. I like the placement of everything.
Okay, let's go see the rest of the place.
Alrighty.
This is the room that would be Jewel's.
Whoa. It's so small.
Her queen-size bed would really
Not fit.
You have a window.
Yay. I just think it wasn't big enough for me. I have a dresser, a desk, and I just don't think that all of that will fit in my room.
Let's check out the master.
This is a nice sized room.
Quite a bit bigger than what you've got now.
Much bigger. And nice floor. The master bedroom is pretty awesome. Oh, this is big.
What do you think?
I think this should be my room.
Oh, really?
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
I'll let you two work that out. Let's go look at the living dining room. So, no eat-in kitchen, but a really great-sized dining room.
That's very cute. I like it.
It's nice that it's open concept with the living room.
Yes. I wanted an eat-in kitchen, but this could work. It's different. I've opened my mind.
Let's look at the living room. I've got loads of ideas for it. Since Jewel's bedroom is so small, I'd create a homework and storage space for her in the living room. We'd make use of the bay window by positioning a good-sized desk with lots of drawers. As a renter, you don't want to invest in expensive built-in shelving. So we'd get the look while bumping up this room's storage potential with 2 large prefab units. Cabinet doors will hide clutter. Add a comfy sectional and a TV, and this room will double as a cozy space for work and play.
I like everything about it, pretty much, except for the location. Then you can pick it up and kind of drop it where we need it to be.
I would love to be able to do that. But would you live in this neighborhood if it was only $9.25 a month?
Plus utility.
Plus utilities.
I think I have a hard time convincing Miss Jewel, though.
I do like the house, but I have a big problem with the area. It's away from school.
I think that we need to talk about it. I can see us being here, and with Jodi's design ideas, I think that it would work in many aspects. The only thing Jodi can't change for us is the location.
If Dre really wants this place, she's gonna have to do a major sales job on that little girl. Jewel wants nothing to do with leaving the neighborhood she's always known. The question is, will Dre sacrifice location for budget? I'm determined to find an option for Dre and Jewel back in their popular neighborhood. I'm down to 2 weeks to go and starting to feel the pressure. But an opportunity has just come on the market in the north end of the area. It's a 3-level townhouse with a private backyard and laundry on site. It offers just as much space as the bungalow rental, but it's much closer to Jewel's school. It just has a bit of a unique twist. This place looks like your average townhouse, but it's part of a co-op, which is a housing community that is self-run by the members, and they run it pretty lean, so that keeps your rent low, which is fantastic for you guys.
Very happy with that. I think I would enjoy the idea of a co-op, people working together to beautify it and just take care of things and keep prices low. I think that's an awesome idea.
And it's also not owned by a landlord who can sell the place and kick you out. Yay! So this is the family room.
We need some colors in here. Carpet needs some repairing.
Now, with a co-op, when there's little things to be repaired, because there's no landlord, you have to do that on your own. So
the carpet's just fine. Yeah. I'm not thrilled with the carpet that runs throughout the house, but it's not a deterrent for renting.
So let's check out the rest of the house.
All right. This is my room.
Yes, this is the master.
At least there's a closet. You don't even have a closet at home.
Yeah. It's about 3 times the size of my room.
So this would be Jewel's room.
For my room?
Yes.
It's a little bit small. It would look different if all this stuff was gone. But I have the same amount of stuff. Like I have a bed, I have a dresser, a desk. That doesn't leave very much room, and like there's a good closet. The one that I have right now is really narrow, and I can hardly fit anything in it. But it's very small.
So, Dre.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think it's a huge kitchen. It's big. That's fabulous.
You love the size.
Yeah. Okay, baby blue covers and white walls have to go.
With a portable, multi-purpose island, we could section off the cooking and eating areas. Keeping it long and narrow will create extra counter space. If the co-op agrees, we'll swap out the tired kitchen countertop, replacing it with an inexpensive laminate from a big box store. A bit of a splurge for a rental, but worth it if you plan to stay a long time.
When Jodi was describing her plans for the kitchen, it was as if she was reading my mind. It was pretty cool. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So I can just see it working for you guys.
I agree. I see so much potential here.
I really, really like it.
Okay, this seems a little too good to be true. Hit me with the bad news.
You said that your budget was $1,000 all-inclusive.
Right.
This place is $950 plus utilities, and they usually run around $120 a month, which puts you $70 over budget, which over the course of the year adds up to almost a whole extra rent payment.
Ouch. Can I juggle the budget so it fits in? I'm not sure.
I've shown you other places that are totally livable for you guys, but are within budget. We have 3 very different rentals on the table. A perfectly situated basement apartment, a faraway bungalow, or a townhouse in a co-op. We gotta figure out which place you're gonna get. So, Dre, what do you think it's gonna be?
Well, we can rule out the basement apartment. It was those pipes. Just couldn't get past that. It didn't work for us at all. Location was great, but no. The house was great. I thought it was cool. The price was right. The use of space in the kitchen, I was really drawn to that, I think more so than Jewel was.
So, what did you think about the co-op that we looked at today?
I think the co-op has everything that we're looking for. It's got the space, it's got the location. The only thing was the price.
Right.
It's all about compromise, right? Are we willing to compromise maybe money we spend on weekends and other things to be living in this place that has everything that we want.
With the basement off the table, the question is, what are they willing to compromise? Location at the bungalow or price at the co-op? Which one's it gonna be?
Even if it's more expensive, I think I can work it out in my budget. So we're gonna say yes to the co-op.
Okay, well, the way that co-ops work, co-op actually interviews you to make sure that you'd be good contributing members to their community. And that process can take up to 60 days. So you guys only have 2.5 weeks, exactly. So we need to get you in there for your interview right away. It's often very difficult to get a spot in a co-op. Spaces don't come up very often. I know that Dre really has her heart set on this place, so my fingers are crossed for them.
Okay, 10 o'clock, not tomorrow, but the day after.
If you ask me, Dre was really lucky to get an interview so quickly. The co-op board was considering several candidates, so to set herself apart, Dre volunteered for the gardening and social committees. The co-op board ran a standard credit check and called all of her references before making a decision. Hi, Miss Dre, how are you? Oh my gosh, congratulations!
We're in. They liked what we had to say, they liked what we're about. And what we were willing to put into the co-op, so very positive. I have a feeling Julie and I are gonna live here for quite a while. It's everything that we were looking for. We don't own it, but it's the next best thing. Like, we're so happy.
For moving day, Dre enlisted help from friends and opted for a smaller rental van that ran her about $100 for the day. That means they'll have to make quite a few trips back and forth to move all their stuff. Good thing they're staying within the same neighborhood. Smaller vans may cost less, but gas isn't cheap, and you have to factor in the number of trips it's going to take. Dinner for everyone at the end of the day will cost about $150. With that and the gas for the van, the entire move should end up costing Dre about $350. With the previous tenants' clutter gone, this place already looks better. But I've promised Dre and Jewel a fabulous new kitchen, so it's my turn to get to work on my vision for this space. With a budget that's less than 1 month's rent, my crew and I are going to transform this space. With permission from the co-op, we're getting rid of the old, run-down stove. To stay on budget, we sourced out a used stove that's in great condition. A clever way to update a kitchen without the price tag of a new appliance. With the old stove gone, we've decided to replace the backsplash, and because it's such a small space, just 1 box of new subway tiles should do the trick. Always make sure you get permission from the landlord, condo board, or co-op before taking on any major projects. If you offer to do the labor yourself, they might even consider covering the material costs. We're well on our way to bringing our design plans to fruition. I'm just hoping it's in tune with Dre and Jewel's vibrant personalities.
Wow. Is this the same place? It's so cute.
There's so much to look at when you walk in. I like that.
It looks fabulous. She's exceeded our expectations. That's so pretty. Chandelier won my heart. It was the first thing that caught my eye when I came in because it's so unique and it was completely unexpected. Ooh la la. That's really cool.
This was meant to be a dressing table, but it works fabulously as an island. And we just put the kitchen hardware on it, and there's a little tea towel rack on the other side. You can take it with you to the next house.
When I saw the island, I instantly pictured my mom making food and me talking to her, sitting down and doing work. Because in our old house, we didn't have too much counter space, so we can both be doing something.
And that's a different stove. It's not all rusty.
Yeah, so we found you a clean one. So did you notice that we changed out the backsplash on the countertops?
Yeah. Oh, the faucet's new too. That's pretty.
Changing out the faucet brought this kitchen to a new decade. That's an easy find too. I mean, you can get a faucet like that for, you know, under $100 easily.
Okay.
So the table and chairs were a fabulous secondhand find. We got the whole set for $145.
Wow.
And the team and I painted them out. We recovered the cushions so that they'd be luxurious.
I love the color in the kitchen. It's just so happy.
It's just warm and sunny and makes you want to hang out there. This could be me in the morning. Jewel, get my breakfast.
The living room looks absolutely transformed just by removing the excess furniture that the previous tenants had and keeping it really simple.
The bathroom is 100 times better.
In my opinion, that bathroom just needed decluttering and a real good cleaning.
I love my bedroom. I love the natural light that comes in. I like waking up to that. So I'm going to enjoy my first sleep in my new bedroom.
We came in right on budget here. This entire reno cost only $1,000.
It's totally worth it for a renter to invest in a rental space. And this is your home, so you want to make it as warm as you can on your budget. You guys did a great job. We'll be really, really happy here. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm so happy for you guys.
This is the best place. I so look forward to spending years here.
What about horror stories with regards to moving? Any stressful times?
With regards to moving, you gotta look at the narrowness of hallways and staircases because furniture now is larger and it just won't fit. So you either have to keep your furniture small or keep your friends really big. Because that works too.
I'd love to have a place that has character. I'm turning 30. I'm ready to make a change at last. I see some parquet floor. As soon as I saw the parquet floor, my heart just kind of sank. It feels very small. Maybe because it's so cluttered. Wow.
When searching for a rental, the first step is to find a location you want to call home. If you don't like your neighborhood, you're not going to love your rental. Single makeup artist Whitney is looking to trade in her generic shoebox apartment in a quiet residential area for something loaded with character in a trendy neighborhood.
I live close to my parents in a very upper middle class neighborhood, and I certainly don't identify with it. I'm freelance, I'm single, I have a cat for company. I really want to live in a space that is inspiring and creative, that really speaks to me. This is my good friend Blair. We've had a lot of great laughs over the last 9 years, and I asked Blair to help me find a new place because he's lived in the kind of space that I want to be living in. I think he'll be able to be a good sounding board for me, especially with this milestone of turning 30. I'm ready to make a change at last.
I'm here to get her into a cool one-bedroom apartment in a trendy neighborhood before she turns the big 3-0. Hi,
Jodi,
nice to meet you.
it's nice to meet you too. Come on upstairs.
This place is great.
This is Blair, Jodi.
Hi, Jodi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I wanted to bring you to Blair's apartment because it has a lot of the characteristics that I'm looking for.
Whitney and I have very similar taste in our dwellings, I think, and so when I saw this place, I was immediately attracted to it because of the exposed brick wall.
Beautiful moldings, big old windows.
Just how cozy it felt.
What would you say is your wish list?
Bathtub would be great. Blair's lucky he's got a clawfoot tub, and in fact, I don't know if I could take a place that didn't have a bathtub.
Duly noted.
Yeah. A place with laundry.
Okay.
A place with parking.
Hardwood floors, not your parquet flooring.
Yes, that's a definite. And I'd love to have a place that has character like Blair's.
What neighborhood are you thinking?
I want a younger neighborhood, a neighborhood that's a little bit more artsy. My budget is $1,200 a month, including utilities.
And how's your search been going?
I've been looking online for the past month or so, and really there's not a lot out there, so I think I definitely need your help.
To get something with all the character that you're looking for and stay on budget, there's a chance we might have to look at neighborhoods that are up and coming and not already really hip and trendy. So if you keep an open mind, I'm sure I'll be able to find something for you before you hit the big 3-0.
Awesome.
Knowing that location is Whitney's top priority, I'm taking her to see a charming 1-bedroom on the 2nd floor of a house that's been converted into 3 apartments. It's a short walk to one of the fastest growing pockets of the city, where cute restaurants and shops are sprouting up weekly. Plus, it's only 10 minutes from central downtown by streetcar. This little place is really great. It's got quite a bit of character, but it's got some modern upgrades as well. And this place also has parking.
Oh, perfect.
Let's check it out. So it does have its own private entrance for you, so it's nice and safe. I like that this hallway's got a really open feel.
Yeah, that's great. And the floors, too. I really like the floors.
The original hardwood in a really nice shade of brown.
I like the character, and I like the hominess.
Let's have a closer look at the kitchen.
Is that a washer and a dryer?
That's
Yeah. It's nice and new, too. It has a washer and a dryer, which are, you know, kind of odd to have in the kitchen, but I guess that's how they do it in Europe, n'est-ce pas? It's a very spacious kitchen. You can actually see the exposed brick through the skylight next door, which is really nice, too.
The kitchen is an excellent size. It's very workable, and it feels even more open because it's got that opening to the stairwell and the hallway. How do you feel about the floor?
It's not necessarily what I would choose in my own home, but that's why I'm a renter, so.
Let's check out the bathroom. So, makeup artist, how do you feel about natural light in the bathroom?
That's amazing. I didn't even think to have a skylight in the bathroom on my wish list.
But it would have been if you had thought of it.
Yeah, it's nice and spacious, too. Well, the bathroom's great, the kitchen's great.
Let's check out the bedroom.
Awesome.
When considering 2nd floor apartments, look for features like balconies, huge windows, and ceiling fans that will help with airflow.
It's got a fan, which is great.
Why don't you check out what's behind door number 1?
Is it a balcony?
Well, it's a Juliet balcony.
That's definitely very charming. It's very cozy, and it's great to have such a big open space that faces east in the morning, too.
Let's go check out the living room.
Okay. Well, this is very cute.
Yeah.
Things that I thought you would like about it is the hardwood floor, the sloped roof, the bay window. But we could make this space even cozier. For renters, an electric fireplace is an inexpensive and simple solution. It can be unplugged and easily moved when your lease is up. An upholstered bench will add extra seating options, but can also be used as a coffee table. And full-length graphic curtain panels will add an extra touch of coziness to the space.
It definitely has a lot of potential. It needs a little bit of love, but the bones are there for sure. I love the neighborhood. This is where I wanted to live.
It's much more you, which is great.
So I guess the major factor then would be price. You said that your max was $1,200.
Yeah.
This place is $1,100 plus utilities, which would bring you to around the $1,200 mark.
Okay.
And parking's free.
Oh, that's great.
Excellent.
Definitely, I think that I could live in the space quite happily, but there are many fish in the sea, and I'm really excited to see what Jodi has chosen for me to look at.
Whitney loves this place, but I'm gonna have to hold her back and show her a couple more places because I want her to really feel like she understands the market before she makes a decision. Since Whitney loved the first apartment we saw, I put a call into the landlord to express interest. Nothing's a guarantee though, and I still have 2 great rentals I want her to consider before making a decision. I want to show Whitney what she can get in her price range in the heart of a coveted neighborhood. We're in one of the city's most popular and vibrant areas to see a 1-bedroom above a storefront, which means great amenities are right at the doorstep. So Whitney, this neighborhood is fabulous for you because of its proximity to downtown. There's parking, there's restaurants on either side of you, there's clothing stores a moments away, the subway is at your doorstep.
I don't know the area very well, but I'm sure that there are a number of places around here that I could become a regular at.
So it sounds like the neighborhood works. Let's find out if the apartment does.
Sounds good.
Rentals above retail spaces can be great. But remember, bars and restaurants bring noise, while shops and offices are usually quiet after hours.
I see some parquet floor. As soon as I saw the parquet floor, my heart just kind of sank, because that's what I want to get away from. You do have to make some concessions. I was hoping that parquet flooring wouldn't even be part of the equation, but take the good with the bad.
What I liked about this place for you was all the lights.
Definitely nicer than what I expected when we were standing out front.
I liked the high ceilings for you as well.
Yeah, it gives it a really nice, airy kind of quality. I like how open the kitchen is and how fresh and clean it looks. I wish that there was some kind of an eat-in area.
It's a nice place. I think you'd have to work a little bit harder to make it that cozy feeling that we're going for. Yeah.
Follow me. And I have for you a laundry room.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting much considering the storefront. But yeah, I definitely was very surprised that there was ensuite laundry. I'm happily surprised because I think it's kind of one of the perks of the apartment.
Complete with storage area.
That's a bonus, definitely, to not have to wheel the granny cart of laundry down the street.
Big time.
In a rental, it's not typical to find ensuite laundry and parking.
And then over here's the washroom. So have a peek.
There's no window, I guess. The bathroom I really wasn't impressed with. It made me feel like I was in a basement apartment. There were no windows.
So it's more, I guess, more functional than charming. Okay, let's check out the bedroom.
Wow.
Currently, it's set up as a child's bedroom.
It feels very small. Maybe because it's so cluttered.
The current owner is using the main room as his bedroom, and his son sleeps in this room.
It's really hard for people to see past atypical uses of space. So for me to try to force Whitney to see an adult bedroom when this room is filled with children's furniture, it's a stretch.
It's definitely a kid-sized bedroom.
It has lots of potential.
I guess you're right. It does have lots of potential.
So I think there's lots of things we could do to turn it into an adult bedroom.
We'd take advantage of every square inch by tucking a daybed with storage into the alcove, dressing it with luxurious, oversized pillows, and framing the bed with drapery panels on either side will create a sense of separation and privacy within the small room, leaving space for a charming dresser and funky accessories. With the drapes closed, it'll have a luxurious dressing room feel.
It could totally be transformed into a wonderful, cozy bedroom.
The landlord's asking $1,050 per month, plus utilities, which should run around $75 to $100 per month.
I think that's a pretty good deal considering the neighborhood and the apartment's proximity to everything. This apartment, it definitely has character, but it doesn't have that kind of old world character and that sense of history that I'm looking for.
For some people, this kind of place would have a lot of character. She doesn't want that clean, streamlined look, even if it means a fabulous neighborhood.
It is a fine apartment.
The neighborhood sells it. We can certainly make it work.
When you're looking for character in a rental, units in converted homes are usually the way to go. Now that Whitney's seen a place in the middle of a trendy neighborhood, I'm taking her to see a one-bedroom in another up-and-coming one. It's in a house that's situated on a bit of a busier street, but extremely close to transit and a 7-minute streetcar ride into downtown. It's a 3-minute walk to a strip of restaurants and shops with a ton of charm. And because it's just off the main drag, it's the most cost-effective rental on our tour, so definitely worth considering. Whitney, I've got a place for you. It's a really up-and-coming area, just getting regentrified, loads of construction going on. There is parking in the back. It's got lots of the character that you're looking for. So let's have a peek inside and see what you like.
Sounds good.
So have a peek in the bathroom. Now, it's not a clawfoot tub.
Well, it's clean. I was very happy to see a bathtub and a nice clean one at that. It definitely is something I could ease into and relax. I definitely think it's got character. It's got a nice pedestal, sink.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah. You got a gas stove?
A washer and a dryer. That is amazing.
Yes, that's a plus for sure.
Eat-in kitchen.
The little eat-in area is a nice little touch, and it is pretty spacious, and I think for Whitney, for one person living there, I think it's perfect.
Have you cooked on gas before?
That'll be something definitely to get used to, but I think I can handle it.
The last time I had dinner over at Whitney's place, we ordered in Chinese food, so the gas stove would be really good to heat it up, I guess, leftovers.
Let's check out the bedroom.
It's cozy.
It's very cozy. Yeah.
The bedroom is certainly not a deal breaker, though it is a lot smaller than I would choose. It's got hardwood floors, and it'll certainly fit my queen bed and a nightside table. I'm happy to have it be a calmer, quieter space. I'm really happy that the bedroom's not at the front of the house, too.
For sure, when you're on a busy street like this, the street has streetcars, it's way better to have the bedroom in the side or the back of the house so that you reduce a lot of the noise. Okay, well, let's go see if the living room works for you.
This is a lot more spacious than the bedroom.
I think of your current furniture, you've got a lot. It would be really cozy in here.
The living room has great bones. It's got great hardwood floors. It's got high ceilings.
That window gives this room so much potential. My design plan will make a feature out of the ceiling height by using floor-to-ceiling drapes to highlight the window. When you're renting, don't invest in expensive, custom-made drapes to dress a window you don't own. Stock drapery panels are an equally stylish but more economical option for renters. A trendy teal on the wall and bold decor accents will make the room pop, turning a boring space into a room with a ton of character.
I definitely do prefer a cozier space, and I like how the ceilings seem higher in here than they do in the bedroom.
I thought Whitney would love this place when we walked in. It's her type of place. You know, it's small and cozy.
The best part about this place is the price. This place is $975 all-inclusive.
Wow.
So including parking, including hydro, including everything.
That's awesome. This apartment has a lot going for it. Obviously the price. It's in a great neighborhood. It's got parking. It's got laundry. It is quite cozy.
In up-and-coming neighborhoods, we can often find a little steal here and there. So we found that for Whitney.
Jodi got a great place. It's in a great neighborhood. It's a great price point. The place has a lot of character.
It's got an older feel that Whitney really, really loves, but it has updated bathroom and kitchen, which I think is great for her. I've shown Whitney 3 apartments that all have unique characteristics. It's going to be a weighing of the pros and cons. Angled ceilings, Juliet balcony with modern amenities, rental above a store on a trendy street, or original hardwood and detail in an up-and-coming neighborhood. With 3 places now in the running, which one will Whitney choose? So Whitney, 30th birthday just around the corner, which apartment will it be?
I think they all have some good things about them. First one, the bedroom has great little charm with the Juliet balcony there. Love the hardwood, and I really like the bay windows as well, and the angled ceilings. This place marries a little bit of contemporary with the traditional very well. The second one, huge ceilings, very open, very airy. It's just those darn parquet floors that kind of turned me off.
I certainly didn't feel it for Whitney. Like I was like, no, this is not the place for her.
And I'm surprised because I thought that I would be interested in living in that area, but despite the fact that it was in the thick of things, it didn't really have a lot of personality. The third place, the price is kind of the best thing about it, and it was right on the main street, so we had the streetcar right out front. But it didn't have as much of the charm as Blair's place does, but it also did have that kind of homey sense, and it just wasn't as nice as the first place.
Sounds like it's between the 2 rentals that have equal character and charm, rental number 1 and number 3. But with the third one at a much lower rent, which one will Whitney choose? Which one is it gonna be?
Oh, the first place kind of blew the other 2 out of the water.
The energy in this place is great, and I felt really good for Whitney about the place. And
It sounds like you're pretty excited about this. Would you be upset tomorrow morning if someone else rented it?
Certainly.
All right, let's make the call.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
It's a great place for her.
Hi there. I just looked at an apartment of yours.
When calling a landlord, discuss all of your concerns right off the bat.
I guess one of my concerns is safety, so I just...
Moving out of her safe, uptown area means Whitney should research the neighborhood. Don't be shy about asking people in the neighborhood about any safety concerns you might have. I always advise my clients that they can ask the landlord to change the locks before they move in.
It went well. She had some questions for me, and she answered all of my questions. So she's going to check out my references, and I'm going to meet up with her at 6 o'clock with my first and last, and hopefully everything's going to work out.
Luckily for Whitney, it was an easy done deal. The landlord agreed to change the locks, leaving her safe and secure to sign the lease and move in before her birthday deadline.
I think the move went really well. I ended up going with movers because I just knew that would be the easiest way to go, although Blair and I did help a little bit.
Hiring good movers can sometimes be more economical than moving yourself. so it's a good idea to call around for quotes before you decide which way to go. Movers typically charge by the hour, so factor in travel time to your new location. The more organized you are, the less time it will take.
It only cost me $341 plus tips, so it was definitely a great investment.
With the previous tenant's stuff gone, the living room is a blank slate, and I'm using the angled ceilings as inspiration in my plans to cozy up this room. My plan is to blend old with new to create a quirky but stylish living room. In a rental, sticking to neutral paint colors is a good idea. Some landlords will ask a renter to paint over a bold color choice before they move out, so check with the landlord before you break out the paintbrushes. Keeping in mind that it's a rental, we're working with a solid $1,000 budget. And after a good clean, a little bit of elbow grease, and the new electric fireplace, this room is coming along. I'm just hoping it'll be the change Whitney needs leading into her big 3-0.
Wow,
Oh my God.
this is amazing. I love the textures and I love the aesthetic, and I think you've totally pegged me, which is really good. I love how airy the room seems, even though the furniture's so big.
And I even think just painting out the ceiling in white is what's helping
Certainly.
make the space feel bigger and brighter.
Yeah, and so do all of these amazing trinkets, and it's a beautiful lamp too.
Rentals don't always have fabulous lighting, so investing in some lighting like a table lamp or a floor lamp is a way of adding elegance.
The fireplace I'm really excited about because I think it'll also give the place a lot of heat because there's only baseboard heating in each room. I love how these window treatments let a bit of light in. It's a funky and very, very practical window treatment.
We spent a little bit of extra money on the horizontal blinds that are custom fit, but we saved money on the side panels that are not so expensive.
It's very urban chic, but still Whitney's still kind of like funky and cool.
And I love how you've mixed the old with the new too. That footstool is, I love that. I think that is probably my favorite thing. I can't wait to put my feet up on that and have a glass of wine.
The upholstery tacks are an inexpensive way of adding a lot of pizzazz and charm to the ottoman, and Whitney really appreciated that. She seemed to really fall in love with the piece. The bedroom is small, so we kept it very clean and uncluttered.
The way Jodi set up the room is, you know, it's a very kind of calm and serene environment.
The bathroom has great natural light, and once we toned down the paint color, it gave it a really nice spa-like feeling.
It'll be great to have beautiful natural light streaming in through the window, and that'll be nicer for me when I put on my makeup too.
The kitchen wasn't big enough to add a full dinner table, so I repurposed her patio furniture, and now she's got a little bistro table there.
The kitchen's really great. It's got great appliances, it's got lots of storage in the pantry, it's got a washer and dryer, and it's really open. I think I lucked out. I know initially I wanted a place that was just like Blair's, but you know, it's like love. You never know it until you see it.
For $950, which is less than 1 month's rent, Whitney has a fabulously designed and styled place that really suits her personality.
It really reflects who I am.
I'm really happy with the way this place turned out. I think I hit Whitney's design sense on the head, and then this will be a great inspirational environment for her to live out the next phase of her life.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to turning 30 and spending it in this place.
Have you guys ever had like a really bad rental experience?
My friend and I were gonna move in together, and so we were looking at places around town, and we saw this one place. When we get into the kitchen, the guy's like, so here's your hot plate and your microwave and a little bar fridge.
The only other place that I had that had a washer and a dryer had it on either side of the toilet.
Everything is far too expensive.
Well, it needs a little work. So the bathroom is kind of nasty.
Yeah, we got the dumpsters.
The problem that we have is just the price.
people search for a rental with dreams of eventually owning a home. Finding a stylish rental that allows you to save up for the future is no easy task. Newly engaged renters, Brooke and Colin, are planning on buying a home in a couple of years, so they're saving for a down payment.
Thinking about starting a family eventually and things like that, so we'd like to save some money.
Cheers.
What's complicating things is that Brooke moved into Colin's basement bachelor pad, and the couple are finding the space too cramped.
This is our everything room. Living room, dining room, office,
Kitchen. I'm in the east wing.
music room. Here's our drum kit. That's part of them. The rest of them are in the trunk of his car. This is like our limbo bathroom. You kind of have to crouch down to get in here and do anything. I've bashed my head off of this, like, I can't even tell you how many times.
This is the bedroom. We don't spend a lot of time in here. I'm kind of cramped.
There's a little bit of storage.
Yeah, this is the psycho closet. And
These boxes are all full of pots and pans and would be so useful if we could actually fit them in the kitchen.
They need me to find them a roomy rental in a neighborhood they can afford so that they can tuck money away for the future.
Hey.
Hi. How's the search been going so far?
Terrible. We've checked the internet and everything is far too expensive.
What do you guys pay here?
$700 inclusive.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
So you wrote it out as long as you possibly could.
Definitely.
And for the next place?
Anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 inclusive.
Okay.
We want to keep it as low as possible because we're saving towards purchasing a home eventually.
One of the smartest things I can tell you to do is figure out what your mortgage payment would be each month and take that whole amount. From that, take out what you're going to pay in rent, so take your $1,200 out.
Right.
And put the balance in a savings account, and it's the fastest way to build up a really great down payment.
Right.
That's a really great tip.
Tell me about your wish list.
No carpet.
Something open and bright and lots of windows.
Bathtub.
Parking.
Really like to be near public transportation, something really
Okay.
direct. Right now, I'm transferring 3 times to get downtown, and it's taking me an hour and a half each way.
Sometimes getting around within the city is slower than actually being in the suburbs and taking a commuter train into the core of the city.
Ah, okay.
Have you guys thought about going further away from the city?
Definitely something we would be interested in.
If you guys are open to looking into the suburbs, what I think we'll be able to find there would be a bigger, airier space within your budget. I think that could be a really good solution for you guys.
Yeah, that's a
great.
fabulous idea.
If you're looking to save a little money, turn to the suburbs where rents are low and square footage is high. First up, I'm taking Colin and Brooke to a charming lakeside village that's a 30-minute train ride from the city. That's less than half the time of Brooke's current commute to work. This one-bedroom apartment is in a well-maintained high-rise, close to restaurants and shops. So welcome to Suburbia, where your dollar goes further. This place is very affordable. Living here for a short while, for a year, maybe 2, might be a great way for you guys to save lots of money and be able to buy a house sooner.
Excellent.
Cool.
Come on in. It's very 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have worn my my bell bottoms and my peace symbol.
It has some of the things that you were looking for, right?
Yeah, it's definitely bright, and the floors are great.
What is nice is that it is one big space.
Just these 2 rooms here, it doesn't feel that much bigger than where we are right now, to be honest.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot brighter and the placement of stuff is pretty good, but just not, it's not the right feel. It's a little too retro, but not in a good way.
When considering older rentals, look past boring walls and outdated fixtures, which can be easily and inexpensively updated. So this is the master bedroom.
There's not a lot of to it. It's just sort of a room.
Yeah, so it's lacking character a little bit.
It's a box.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me that character was something that was really, really important to them. So here's the bathroom.
Look at the tub.
Woo, tub. I love it. That's good.
So, welcome to the kitchen.
Ah, yes. Just like the one Mom used to have. It's got some potential.
Maybe some options to fix some stuff up. Like the floor is kind of cool, but definitely the tile needs a little work.
These are peel and stick tiles, so it's cheap and easy to put new peel and stick tiles over top or to make a full piece of laminate. I think that this kitchen can be made to be quite lovely. Bring your rental kitchen into a new decade by removing some of the dated cabinet doors and give the rest a clean coat of paint and sleek new hardware. Paint the cabinet interiors a bold, contrasting color to add a little personality. Ask your landlord to replace old faucets. Trendy taps can be had for under $100 and are easily installed. A high-impact update. One of the reasons why I showed you guys this place is it's got lots of the things that you're looking for. Parking is available for $20 per month.
Okay.
The kicker for this place is really affordable. It is $8.75 per month.
Wow, that's great.
That's pretty good.
Pretty much what you guys are paying now, right?
Yeah,
Pretty close,
Very
yeah.
close.
I showed this place to Colin and Brooke to gauge whether or not price was going to be a major deciding factor in their renting process.
The price of the apartment is actually pretty enticing.
It's a great deal. The neighborhood and the street they're beautiful. The outside of the building is actually quite nice.
But at the same time, I think that we can find something somewhat comparable with a little more pizzazz.
Colin and Brooke want a rental with pizzazz, but they also want square footage, and they want it all on a budget to save for their first house. Something has to give. I'm taking them to a huge 2-bedroom apartment in the waterfront community they love. It needs a little updating, and it doesn't have the character they want yet. But if I can show them the potential, this money-saving rental might be just what they're looking for.
This is a very well-maintained older building with parking right in the neighborhood that you guys want to be in. And we are literally across the street from the entrance to the commuter train. You can't really get much closer.
No.
Awesome. Let's check it out.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
thanks. So come on in.
It's big.
It's huge.
Well, it needs a little work.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got absolutely no carpet.
Excellent.
It's like getting out of the dungeon and into the real world.
Can we see more?
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty 80s in here.
I think that it just needs to be updated.
When I booked the appointment with the superintendent, he mentioned that as people move out, they're doing some renovation, which could be a really good opportunity for you guys.
I didn't know that they did that. It really does help us sort of see it in a different view.
Why don't we note the things that you would do if you were renovating it yourself and see if you can negotiate a renovation into your deal if this is the place you like.
Right,
Okay.
Right, okay.
So this would be the second bedroom. It is a really nice size second bedroom.
This would be the room that we'd use for our guest room and office.
A great place to put the musical instruments as well.
Floors need some work.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm really banking on the superintendent to do a nice reno.
Yeah.
Keep our fingers crossed.
So the bathroom.
It's kind of nasty.
Yeah, it needs some serious TLC.
I think the tub needs a little work.
We can put that on the list.
That tub, it's rusty and gnarly. I wouldn't want to soak in that tub.
Let's see the master.
Okay.
Nice size room.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's giant.
This is huge.
You could actually fit a bed in here and walk around it.
It'd be nice not to have the bed jammed up against the wall, so you have to like crawl over somebody to get up in the night.
Oh my God,
That's
really?
giant. We could each have our own side.
We can store stuff in there as well and also still have a totally accessible closet space, so that's good.
I guess the biggest problem is going to be trying to figure out what we're going to do with the dining room and living room.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, yeah?
That's where we sort of bring everything together.
Okay, well, I've got a couple of ideas. I've seen this layout done really well before. L-shaped living dining rooms are common in older high-rise apartments. Tuck a dining table and chairs into the smaller area, leaving the larger space for the living room, which is used more frequently. Instead of expensive wall-to-wall drapes, get the look at a quarter of the cost by flanking the windows with fixed panels. Chances are you'll be able to take them down and work them into the decor of your next living space. This rental comes in under budget. It is $10.75 plus $50 a month for parking. That's $11.25 including utilities. Your budget was $1,200.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. It was lower than I expected it to be, especially for such a big apartment.
There is no way that Colin and Brooke would be able to find an apartment this big in the city on budget.
The bathroom is a deal breaker. It's pretty disgusting.
If Brooke and Colin are looking for a newly renovated rental, then they'll love the clean and modern 2-bedroom apartment I'm showing them next. It's in a spacious older building, but has a brand new kitchen and bath. It's still a 5-minute walk to the commuter train for Brooke in the charming waterside community they're set on.
This building is kind of special. The landlord here is about 80% through renovating the entire building. The renovations inside the units and everything. I think it's a great opportunity and it's a good time to get into this building.
All right,
Sure.
great.
Come check this place out.
Oh yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
The view from the balcony is nice.
It's completely renovated, so
Yeah.
it's brand new, hasn't been lived in since the reno.
The floors are nice.
There's absolutely no carpeting in this place.
In our old apartment, you literally had to step outside just to change your mind. I mean, this place is leaps and bounds above.
Yeah, you can see the lake.
Yeah, you can see the lake.
It's great.
There's also the garbage bins.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the dumpsters.
Yeah, we got the dumpsters.
When renting in a high-rise, keep in mind that units near garbage and parking areas usually mean a little more noise.
So this is the bedroom.
Okay.
Bright and cheery.
Yeah.
Nice floors.
Yeah.
And the floors are consistent throughout the whole place.
Yeah. Well, that's a good size.
It's a good size for you, maybe.
Yeah. Just for me.
I still gotta hang my clothes somewhere.
Come check out the bathroom.
All right.
So here's the bathroom. Have a look.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty big.
This is pretty big.
And a nice full tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So, what do you think of this little extra room?
It's a usable space for an office. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
I was thinking we could get your office out of your living room.
Right.
Excellent.
And there's more storage.
You can have some extra storage in here.
Yeah. Don't even think about it.
So I think it's sort of a multi-purpose room that would take care of lots of the issues that you guys are facing where you are now.
If it's a multi-purpose room thereafter, I'd position a versatile day bed under the window that will serve as a spot for overnight guests as well as a comfy area to hang out. Take advantage of all available wall space by hanging guitars on special hooks available at most music stores. For sound insulation, I'd upholster the walls by wrapping foam and fabric around inexpensive MDF boards. They can be nailed to the wall to protect against sound and then easily removed when your lease is up.
This whole place comes at a price that's slightly above what you guys were looking to spend. It's $1,250, but utilities included and parking included.
I'm actually really surprised that it's $1,250. You know, like a place like this probably downtown would cost a lot more.
Absolutely it would.
It's pretty much on the mark. The only problem that we have is just the price.
It's really got it all for them.
It might be a little bit beyond our means if we want to be saving the money that we'd like to be saving for our own home.
The 1-bedroom at a low rent, the 2-bedroom that needs work, or the more expensive renovated apartment. Which rental will Brooke and Colin make their new suburban home?
Why don't we head over to my house? I'm just around the corner and figure out which one's the one. We've seen some fabulous places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
What did you think about the affordable 1-bedroom?
We could save a lot of money very quickly towards buying a home.
So you'd be able to get into a new house faster.
Yes.
Right, but at the same time, it was also very dated.
How did you like the about-to-be renovated 2-bedroom?
It's a big space, that's attractive. We'd consider it if it was something that could be renovated and we could ensure that it is.
To your standards,
To our
I guess.
standard, yeah.
It needs to be freshened up a little bit.
And what do you think about the fully renovated 2-bedroom?
That one was really nice.
And it's really close to the commuter train, so that's definitely attractive.
It had a bit of a view of the lake.
But
It had a better view.
a better view
Garbage.
of the garbage and the alleyway.
It would be better to be on the other side of the building or higher up.
So what's it gonna be?
My guess is they'll choose between rental number 2 and 3. To save for their new home, will Brooke and Colin choose a spacious apartment that needs work, or the pricier one that's already renovated?
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we're kind of leaning towards the one that hasn't been renovated, the big 2-bedroom. But we're a little skeptical because we don't know for sure what kind of renovations they would guarantee us.
You could always ask the landlord to show you an already renovated unit. Would that put your mind at ease?
Definitely.
I think so, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's making the call? Oh, Brooke's the negotiator?
She's much better at it than I am. I'm a bit of a wimp.
All right, girl. Well, get on that horn.
When Brooke talked to the landlord, she went through all the renovations they wanted.
Well, for us, it's most important the bathroom get a complete overhaul.
Turns out the landlord had an identical list, and he agreed to show them another apartment where the work had already been done.
Oh, and it's identical. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye. So they were planning to renovate the bathroom anyways.
Perfect.
So
when you go and look at the suite, write down what you see as far as renovations are concerned and have the superintendent sign off on it so that there's no surprises.
Yeah.
Colin and Brooke met with the landlord the next day. He showed them a renovated apartment and they loved the improvements. They signed the lease on the spot.
We're below budget, so that's really nice.
And it's such a rare opportunity to get into a place just as it's being renovated.
Double the space at least, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When it came time to move, Colin and Brooke bravely decided to spare the expense of professional movers and chose not to enlist help from friends.
We figured we're young enough and able enough and just do it ourselves.
Feeling strong, they've packed up all their belongings and moved from the big city to the suburbs all on their own.
It was fun in some ways because we make a great team.
When moving longer distances, go with a larger truck to ensure that you only need to make one trip. The vehicle rental might cost more, but you'll save the time and stress of carting multiple loads.
It was a pretty big move.
Bigger than we thought it would be.
Before moving into a high-rise, contact the superintendent to book the service elevator and borrow trolleys and carts to help the move run smoothly.
We had people steal our elevator a couple of times, too. Made the day even longer.
It started early and ended late.
My muscles are seizing as we speak.
The landlord addressed all of the renovations on Brooke and Colin's list. On move-in day, they were greeted with sparkling refinished floors, updated kitchen countertops, and brand new appliances. Now it's my turn to deliver on my promise to transform Colin and Brooke's run-of-the-mill living dining room into a stylish and functional space. On a budget of $1,000, less than 1 month's rent, we are painting, reupholstering, and styling the space into a magazine-worthy room to relax and entertain in. I just hope it's what Brooke and Colin have in mind after relocating to their suburban rental.
Oh, my.
Come see your new space.
Oh, my.
It looks amazing. Gorgeous, like completely different.
Speechless. Those are my pictures.
That's so cool.
The wall gallery obviously was inspired by your photography, Colin.
I didn't
Clearly.
think it was that good.
Looks great on the gray and it just has
does,
so much
yeah.
punch.
I tried to go for a very warm gray. Modern, but comfortable.
I love the coffee table.
The coffee table
is amazing.
It's sort of rustic and
It
it's
is.
really cool. For me, that has that element of home.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yeah,
It's got that sort of country kind of feel.
The carpet is made up of carpet tiles. You can pull them apart and change the configuration.
So these all come apart?
You can see where the lines are, they separate.
That's
So it could
so
end up in
neat.
a rec room in the future, it could
Right.
end up in a kid's room, whatever.
The curtains and the blinds behind it.
We went with a natural fiber roller blind and then curtains that bring in the gray and the brown
Right.
that were already in the space.
The blinds are sheer and the drapes are soft, so it's beautiful. We still have that brightness and still have some privacy.
Look at the dining room table.
I know.
Look at that.
We can actually eat here and stuff and like, look at this. It's awesome.
Switching pendant fixtures for something modern is the easiest way to update a dining room.
They're very hip and it would be something I'd see in a designer store that would definitely catch my eye.
And Colin's mom gave them a beautiful dining suite.
I was able to easily recover the seat cushions in a color that ended up being my accent color for the rest of the room.
That's your mirror.
Yeah, so cool.
That's crazy.
I love how you've like sort of incorporated some of our stuff.
This is fantastic.
Jodi's done a really good job sort of incorporating a bit of each of us in the rooms. I'm really happy with it. Yeah. Our landlords did an incredible job with renovations here. Our kitchen is 100 times better.
The landlord replaced the countertop and sink, upgraded the appliances, and retiled the floor. The kitchen looks brand new. Colin and Brooke weren't willing to take this place without a major overhaul in the bathroom. The landlord re-enameled the tub, tiled the shower, and repaired damage to the walls. Now it's a clean, bright space. The master bedroom is big, but it was lacking character. It only took a can of paint to give it a little personality.
It's a nice, bright Tuscan yellow, and it's gorgeous. It's awesome. We have so much space, and actually, we don't even fill it up, which is pretty great.
For less than 1 month's rent, I was able to transform this space into a warm and inviting environment for their new life together.
I've lived like a student for a lot of years, and it's nice to actually have a real space that's really comfy and really is our own home. Even if it is a rental, if we're here for 5 years, it's still our home. So
Absolutely.
I think it's definitely worth the investment. Did an amazing job.
It's been a bit of an epic adventure for us. So to see it all sort of come down to this, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your space.
Thank you.
Colin and Brooke's ultimate goal is to be able to buy a house. But in the meantime, I think they're going to be really comfortable here.
I was moving into one of my university apartments, and we actually got the bed frames, etc., stuck in the stairwell so that we had to take the wall, part of the wall apart. It took us about 4 hours. A crowbar, yeah. We used a crowbar. Finally got it dislodged. That was not fun. Pretty grumpy by the end of that day.